Hello and welcome everybody. We have the NAEU patch notes for November 20th, 2025. Let's get right into it. So first off, we have Justin Bartali's return. There is a mention when you start Black Desert for the first time that Emma's father, or Igor Bartali's son, has disappeared. We will now get to participate through an adventure log through his disappearance and his return. Before starting the adventure log, you do need to complete a prerequisite quest line, which begins with the Justin's Adventures, the Prodigal from the Black Spirit, which is available from level 60. Progressing through this quest line will effectively then unlock the book on the adventure log bookshelf, which is under the escape menu with the under adventure, which is F5. Completing the book, completing the book effectively alternates between loot scrolls, titles, and secret books of Florence, with some extra sealed books of combat and life at the end, with some cronstones, and something called Justin Bartali's Guarantee. Kind of curious what that is, but I mean, we'll definitely see. Maybe it's another type of J-Hammer. I'm definitely going to be doing this. I'm really looking forward to the storyline, but let's continue. We also have the Blue Battlefield, which is kind of undergoing a trial period until December 4th, after which it will be officially updated, so it's kind of out, but also not. But hey, it's normal for them to test new stuff. Then we have the rewards being mentioned, 2 to 4 billion in silver, some loot box contents, which has some grow coins and Okila stones and such, and a guild buff. There is a participation version and a winning version. However, both of these are slightly lower than the uncapped Node War buffs, or life buffs. And they do override each other, so do make sure to double check if it is worth it for your guild to participate. The war days are Sunday to Friday, with the Saturday being excluded. In EU, it is from 8 to 9, so during Node War times. In NA, from 18 to 19. The server is only to 1, then the application period is up to 1 hour before the start time on the war day. Guildmasters or members will apply for the Node War, just like the Node War system, and they can then apply via the Blue Battlefield button, Beleno C, found under the menu, under War, F7, and Node War. Participants is a max of 20. This is the same for Guild and Alliances, and War heroes cannot participate. That is definitely a slight change. Confirmation is 15 minutes before the battle begins and participating guilds are finalized. You can check the list in the Node War menu. Guild members can change their participation status in the Blue Battlefield via Guild Member Status tab. To join the Blue Battlefield or Node War, your guild must have a Node War participation opportunity, which resets every Saturday after the Conquest War. For Blue Battlefield, your spent participation opportunity will be refunded if your guild/alliance has a combined total of 10 or more allied or enemy ships destroyed, or temporarily or occupies a fort at least once. You can only have one Node War participation opportunity at a time, and once you use it in either the Node War or Blue Battlefield, you won't be able to join other content. For example, if you applied for Blue Battlefield and use your Node War participation opportunity there, you won't be able to take part in the Node War on the same day. The Blue Battlefield rules pretty much is that it takes place in the Beleno Sea, and depending on the number of participating guilds, forts will spawn on the following islands. So here we have a picture of it, but we also have the fort tiers being mentioned. So tier 5 forts are Marlene, Balvige, Boremi, Marivino, Ivato Island. Tier 4 are Invernon, Angie Island, Dutch Island, Weta Island, which is the Prodi Cave, Luviano Island, and Tier 3 islands include Al Naha, Paratima, Narvo, Luruv, and Marca Island. Battles generally last 20 to 60 minutes, the end time is randomized. Some forts may have a question mark end time, that is also pretty much present. Fort placement rules in Blue Battlefield, as in Occupation Node War, are determined by the number of participating guilds and the participating status of the guild and alliance members 50 minutes before the war begins. At that point, you can't switch your participation status. If a guild or alliance cancels its Node War application, the participation status for all members will be reset to no. The end times are, as mentioned, minimum 20 minutes up to a maximum of 60 on the fort, and some forts do have the question mark end time. During the battle, you can track active forts and remaining time via the world map and widget on the right. Forts can be attacked by other guilds, losing durability. The guild that depletes the fort's durability temporarily occupies it, and attacking forts with characters does negligible damage and pretty much use ship cannons for a real impact. When a fort's timer ends, the guild and alliance occupying it becomes the final owner. Only one fort can be secured per guild/alliance, and if a guild holds multiple forts, only the first one held until the end counts, and others revert to neutral. There is a mention of obviously the ships. The guild galley and improved guild galley can carry multiple guild members. You are supposed to move your guild members across the decks and cannons, pretty much assigning your crew. The inner deck obviously has the speed bonus. There is a tip: galleys take a little damage from other ships but deal massive damage to forts. Crew must manually aim and fire, so attacking stationary forts is easier than moving ships. The Epheria Galleon is mentioned as a personal ship, available for a limited time via special barters. It does not have a crew, but tougher plating than the Carracks, and similar firepower to them. Galleons are sturdy, but can be overwhelmed by multiple Carracks. Focus on defending and targeting vulnerable enemy galleys. With the Carracks, it's pretty much a versatile personal ship. Carrack cannons can damage forts, but are best used to escort friendly guild galleys or destroy enemy galleys. To win the blue battlefield, hold your fort for as long as possible, destroy enemy galleys by engaging more aggressively with the escorting guild ships. And then we also have the Panok being mentioned as a personal ship with high durability and large cabin crew. Carrack cannons can damage forts, but are best used to escort friendly galleys, or I think that was supposed to be Panoks, or destroy enemy galleys for tactical advantage. It does have a new unique skill, which we'll see in the bottom. The Death Pivot Smooth Turn allows the ship to rotate in place and fire port and starboard cannons alternatively. There is a mention of the other ships, but I do expect these to be sunk very, very quickly. During the blue battlefield, the Okila's current does not apply. Ship movement stats like speed, acceleration, turn, brake are reduced by 30%, and for the Epheria Carrack Volante, the stats are reduced by 15%. So that is a little bit of a unique thing for the Volante, keeping its big speed overall. A bit of a surprise, but we'll see. Ships destroyed or collected remotely will neither reduce sailor satiation or cause illness, but trade and barter goods are lost as usual. Ship repair and mount resurrection items cannot be used on the battle server and during wartime, and annexes and siege weapons cannot be built within the battlefield. The mentioned skill for the Panok that is pretty much there is Shift A and D. It uses 3,000 rations and pretty much turns your ship at a really high speed. Beyond that, we also have some blue battlefield guild skills being added. These skills will also apply to alliance members. Sea Watch Pulse is automatically applied to your guild's occupying fort. So this is the one here. And you can change the colors of enemy ships detected on the world map with the Sea Watch Pulse by adjusting guild color settings under the guild information. So first off, we have the Sea Forge Blessing, which instantly repairs 15% of a guild ship's durability. It costs 500 pledges and has a cooldown of 30 minutes. Breezy Voyage pretty much increases the movement speed by 20%, duration of 5 minutes, 200 pledges for 15 minutes. Sea Watch Pulse displays enemy ship locations on the world map for 5 minutes. It costs 350 and has a cooldown of 20. And the Admiral's Rally, which gives extra damage against ships and forts of plus 5,200 with 200 pledges cost and 15-minute cooldown. Utilizing Sea Watch Pulse reveals enemy ships on the world map, kind of as shown here. The Assemble 10 minutes before the blue battlefield begins, the Assemble button will appear at the top right. Pressing it teleports each guild to a random coordinate in one of these areas, Velia, Ilia, or Lima Island. There is a mention: if you have a ship out, it will be remotely collected to the local wharf. No sailor satiation loss and trade items are destroyed. If you have no ship out, use the wharf manager's transport function to retrieve stored ships. Guild ships out at the start will also be remotely collected, so keep them in the guild wharf. Blue battlefield quality of life features are also present. So if your ship is destroyed during blue battlefield, you can revive at one of the wharfs via the special UI. This is going to pop up at the top. You can instantly resurrect when your character dies, so pretty much teleport to wharf, and it will take you to Velia, Ilia, or Lima. Names of other adventurers are now visible from further away in the blue battlefield as well, and you can see info for allies and enemies on ships faster. You can also set the guild colors via the Set Node Conquest War guild colors for easier identification of other guilds. Then we go into the participation and victory rewards. So pretty much if you get a tier 5 fort, it is 3 to 4 bill silver. Tier 4 is 2.5 to 3.5. Tier 3 from 2 to 3 billion. Guilds who also participate or achieve victory will obtain the following buff for 48 hours. In the case of a victory, you get 75 mastery, 40% life XP, 30% sailor XP, and if you participated, which means getting sunk a total of 10 times or sinking 10 ships, is a plus 50 mastery, 30 life XP, and 20 sailor XP. The family buffs do not stack, so only the most recent buff is applied. This is, as I mentioned, pretty much a override feature. Guild members who participated in the fierce battle and or achieved victory can also obtain the following personal rewards. It pretty much is a Ocean Lord Triumph box for tier 5, Triumph box tier 4 and 3, and a Wave Worn Resolve box. They do have different amounts of gold bars in them, and also this Blue Wave loot box, and Deep Sea Crystal boxes. If you capture the question mark fort, you also get an extra Blue Wave loot box ×2, which is the loot box over here. This includes Okila Origin Stones, some Crow Coins, Gold Bars, Manos, possibility for Manos, Perfumes of Deep Sea and Courage, Crow Coins, and Concentrated Magic Black Gems. The Aquila Stone effectively allows you to re-roll your Magoria or Rusalka crystals. And then we also have the Deep Sea Crystal box being provided, which can give you origins of Magoria, Rusalka, or the crystals themselves. Additional rewards are also issued to the top contributor on the winning guild for the blue battlefield, which is 1,000 Crow Coins and 3 Secret Books of Florin. They also added some 7-day titles, which includes Naval Hero, Fleet Commander, and Naval Weapon for 10, 25, and 50 ships destroyed. Then we have some new additions and improvements on class changes. So Warrior's Greatsword Defense, they've improved the skill to using Gravedigging with Shift LMB during the skill no longer triggers Greatsword training first. Now when using this Gravedigging during the skill, the defensive effects of each skill connect seamlessly, and to activate the Greatsword training in this situation, you must press LMB without holding Shift. In the case of Sorceress, Blade of Darkness, they've addressed the issue where Flow, Cry of Darkness could be performed with Shift Space even after your summon had disappeared following the skill. Ranger's Core, Nature's Assemble, they fixed an issue where the Seed of Nature effect was not applied when using a skill. Also on Ranger, the Black Spirit Prime Charging Wind, they fixed the skill demo video, so it now matches the actual skill animation. Berserker, Time to Rock, they've reduced the height at which the falling animation appears. Berserker Iron Buster, they fixed an issue where you would switch to your battle axe when performing evasion or shake off during a fall while in Iron Buster stance. Archer Full Bloom, they fixed an issue where using the skill after tactical strike on cooldown would perform Earth Shatter instead. Archer Spear Sylvia, they fixed an issue where using the skill after tactical strike on cooldown resulted in a slower skill combo than when tactical strike was not on cooldown. On Lan, Flailing Blades, they fixed the skill so that pressing RB after hit and motion change now performs Tailspin as intended. Nova, Mauling Star, they fixed an issue where SP would sometimes recover even without landing a hit when using the skill. And they also fixed an issue where less SP would sometimes be recovered on hit. Nova Frozen Ring, they fixed an issue where character's accuracy was not applied in the pull in the target on hits in PvE only effect. Shine Tamer, they improved the timing of the following animation during fishing so it now matches other classes. Pretty much to reeling in a fish with not using a fishing chair. They've also improved the match lock so you can now fire immediately according to the number of loaded bullets while moving and reloading, and they fixed an issue when reloading animation would always play to the end even if you fired while moving and reloading in a crouched position. The Epheria Star has also been adjusted, so the 7-day Epheria's Star or Epheria's Galleon item has been introduced to be 5 times more likely in special barters. And it has also been added as a very rare reward from exploring during bartering. Item changes. It's been changed so that when enhancing any of the 6 life tools, Lumbering Axe, Fluid Collector, etc., a warning window will now appear if you use excessively high enhancement chances. They've also updated the icons for the Breath of Amwa and Breath of Narcion into a more crystalline looking item. They've also changed so that time-filled blackstones are now stored in your inventory again, instead of the enhancement inventory when obtained, and when using time-filled blackstones as enhancement material, they do need to be moved into the window as before. Monster-wise, they've improved so that Bamboo Leech and Calamity 8 to 10 battles, the fight only resets after leaving the combat area for a certain amount of times, and they reduced the AP of the Banded Warrior and Banded Archer who ambush wagons during trading by 80 to 90%. Quests and Knowledge, there's another change on the There's No I in Homework quest, and in the Breaker of Chains main quest line no longer gives +1 inventory expansion, and it's been changed that while progressing this quest, you can now also proceed with the following quests, which is Eileen's Request and Wood for Vigilantes. UI-wise, it's been changed so that the gear with insufficient max durability for enhancement cannot be placed in the enhancement slot. They've also changed the placement of the following guild skills: Battle Command to Gather, Horrors of Battle, Battle Reorganization 1, and Healing Touch Boost Morale. This has been done for the new Blue Battlefield skills, and they added a display showing the town's name when accessing the Central Market Warehouse from another town's storage via the Storage Keeper NPC. System-wise, they added explanations about Blue Battlefield under the guild occupying Node War participation opportunities. Inside the web, they've improved the launcher so you can now access the official website Central Market. You stay logged in. Translation-wise, the Bartali's Adventures has been changed to Igor Bartali's Adventures since there is now the Justin's, and the Chairman/Head Counselor has been changed to Chief Counselor. Modifications and changes, there was a fix for Witch on the Venezuela dress. Then we also have some extra issues where hitting a fort with a cannon in certain situations would deal more damage. Also some issues where characters' gear visual effects were visible in the Arena of Solar replays. Pretty much some Arena of Solar visuals changes. They also fixed an issue where HP did not update correctly when the timer reached 0 during Throne of Vidana. Fixed an issue where portraits did not update immediately when resetting Awakening Ascension skills for Shy or Archer in an all-in-one preset. Fixed some of my attendant issues, gamepad issues with truncation, including the RS button key tooltip in a resonance. Fixed an issue where attempting to take down enhancement materials via the Find My Item would open the normal inventory instead. Also on gamepad. Fixed an issue where you couldn't set a potion if its name was truncated in the Fair Information Potion settings. Fixed an issue where in the stable where the mount's level was truncated when selecting a mount transport from mounts at level 10 or higher. So overall, lots of text changes. Fixed an issue where Riddle Me Barter support boxes from Barter Quest rewards was giving the old version instead of the new one. Fixed an issue where certain visual effects would not disappear after using Breezy Sail on the Epheria Galleon. Fixed some issues where text was truncated again, so lots of text truncation fixes, pretty much where text was shortened where it was not intended. They also fixed an issue where the messages shown in inventory set effects did not display in the selected language when no active equipment outfit sets were present, and they fixed an issue where removing terrain near Ilia Island was still visible on the world map, so very small overall changes. Then we go into Shakatu's Black Shrine bonus, which is going to run till December 4th. Overall, if you do any bosses from Calamity 1 to 10, you will get extra rewards. So defeating Sangoon C10, Gumio C10, Bamboo Legion C10, or Golden Picking. During the event, you can earn the C10 rewards for each boss once per family based on your boss splits completion records. Reward will be sent during the maintenance on December 4th. If you defeat a Calamity 1 Sangoon, you'll get a C10 boss splits Sangoon rank 1. Also, extra support from Shakatu merchants. The current buffs are also increased, so the drop rate is now 40%, AP is +2, DP is +2 as well. Then we go into the next one. Targaro and Targara are returning. So the King Targaro is returning till December 4th as well. Pretty much it will spawn north of Finto Farm. You slay the 5 Targaras and enrage King Targaro. And as his HP drops, a giant egg and waves of turkeys appear. And you kill the turkeys. The spawn times are shown here. For NA, it is 8:30, 15:30, 21:45 PT. And for EU, CET, it's 9:30, 17:30, and 21:45. As the main rewards, you get 3 types of stuffed turkey, advice of up to 100 to 150, golden turkey's egg, box of 200 cronstones, 100 cronstones, and giant turkey's meat. The giant turkey's meat and egg can be sold for silver. The 3 different types of aggressive turkey are the all AP, all damage reduction, and the life skill version. Again, pretty much a return of the ones we've come used to. After defeating a boss, you can also go for a family weekly quest, which is at David Pinto in Velia Tavern, which will give you a guaranteed turkey, and some cranberry juice, sweet pumpkin pie, and enhancement help kits. The overall loot list has some gold bars, cronstones, a guaranteed title called Dinner Time, guaranteed sharps, the turkey, Spirit Pouch of Ferocious Beast, Dust, Life Spirit Stone, and Layla's Petal. And you have a chance for obviously all these Cron Stones, the extra egg memory fragments, the extra turkeys, and more Advice of Elks, ranging from 80 to 150. The ticked off turkeys and giant turkey egg and such have the giant turkey meat, guaranteed Cronstone, ancient spirit dust, and gold bars, so try to take something with lots of hits. Also, the ticked off turkeys also give you gold bars 1Gs, and defeating the giant turkey egg can also claim the guaranteed giant turkey egg. We'll continue into the farming and hunting hot time, which will make sense once we reach the Pearl Shop. Pretty much we have 100% farming and hunting XP. Farming double hot time, double the harvest for a limited time. All crops harvested and plant breeding will yield twice the rewards, and also the moles appear twice as often in packs of 6 each time. The Pitapat mole always appears once, so do not expect it to be much more likely, but you might get a few more. Then we have the new Sailors for Hire, which is pretty much coming with the Blue Battlefield all the way till December 4th. All these sailors are effectively available in Port Epheria, and even more innocent sailors will be showing up there. You pretty much pick up a contract certificate and hire your own sailor, and then you just go out and defeat monsters with double the sailor XP, which is even more if you do participate in Blue Battlefield and win or participate. Then we have something unique, Pieces of Idana, Baham's Secret Deal. This is going to run till January 15th, so quite a while. So you go to the Cabal, Bahram, in Hakin's Sanctuary after having completed the Piece of Idana, Bahram's proposal. Pretty much this quest is available once per family and available to adventurers level 60 or higher who have completed the Idana's Defense Gear Liberation quest. Just another reminder of the location. Pretty much you accept the event Pieces of Idana, Sanctuary's Legacy, and uncover Baham's Secret Deal. Pretty much the acceptance condition is shown here. And then you hand over a Pride Deboreka accessory, and you get Idana's Defense Gear, Piece of Idana. This quest, as mentioned, can be completed once per family and is available to adventurers level 60 or higher. It is pretty much extra Idana taps. Going into the Pearl Shop update, we're going towards the end. We have the release of the Bare Necessities outfit. Overall, I like the visual from the neck down. I do feel the hat is a little bit much, but they do mention the hat is hideable. Pretty much we have a preview here. The costume is a specialization costume for hunting. The set effects include plus 15% hunting XP, attack speed, and casting speed plus 2. The helmet equip effect is the hunting XP plus 15, and the clothes, the hunting matchlock basic shots loaded, are plus 1, so pretty much plus 5 shots with Guru 1 hunting. The matchlock portion of the costume is purely aesthetic and cannot be hidden, but the helmet can be hidden. All classes, 2,200 pearls for the Bare Necessities outfit. Then we go into the Black Friday especially premium pack. Again, RNG boxes are present, so not available in Belgium and Netherlands. Pretty much for 50% off 30,600 pearls, 9 outfits. Black Friday, pretty much what we expect. Again, we have the Choose Your Premium Outfit ×3 with some Ultimate Premium Enhancement boxes, which is the reason why it's unavailable in Belgium and Netherlands. Then we also have the Ultimate Premium Pack, 50% off. Again, 2 outfits. New additions, again, we have the return of Artisan's Memory, nothing new. The new thing is we have Advice of Elks being added in as a bonus. This is in 2 different versions. The Fairy's Growth Pack is back again, 30% off, Thea's Orbs and Layla's Petals. Then we also have the sales period for the Black Desert Styles 1 has been extended until December 31st. A bonus item of the value pack 7 days has been added to GM's pick Black Desert Styles 1, and adventurers who purchase the item before November 20th will receive the value pack via your in-game mail. GM's Black Desert Styles 1, 20% off, has the value pack now in it. This is for Witch, Wizard, Sage, Sorg. Outfit additional details, pretty much shown here. Then we also have 50% off for Tears of the Star, which is kind of weird. This is till December 4th, 50% off. The fact that we don't have the respawn in Blue Battlefield, I don't see the point of this. But we do have 25% off Captain's Medallions, which is a nice opportunity. We also have 25% off bows and jack, and 25% off in general on the ships category. With that, we're pretty much done with the patch notes. I wish you the best of luck. I recently got into massive luck with 100,000 crown stones off the gamble boxes. I am still riding an absolute high. I really wish everybody the same kind of luck, and I'll hopefully see you around.